Hello, welcome back. For those of you that are new here, my name is Kristen Langford. I am a pre-K teacher in Florida, and this is a vlog all about what we're doing in pre-K. Also, you might have noticed, it's my birthday. It's Friday already, and I didn't record at all this week, but that's okay because I'm just gonna go through the entire week real quick for you guys. It has also been a crazy week. I wasn't at school yesterday. My daughter wasn't feeling well. Actually, two of my daughters. So small groups were a lot of whole group this week. We didn't always get to the small group time, and that's okay. We are flexible and responsive. That's actually a category on our evaluation, so checking them off. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to just go through each day of the lesson plans, and then I'll show you our fun stuff that we did, like our poem and our art and our sensory, and I feel like there's something else that usually changes. Oh, Play-Doh. On Monday, we always start our week off learning our letter of the week, and it, funny enough, is letter K, and for Kristen, so I taught them my first name. And we read our Kangaroo Kazoo book, and then we did our letter K crowns. I always tell you guys we do these, but I never remember to show them to you. We have them write their name on the back, they trace the letter, they write the letter, then we talk about realistic colors, and then they can decorate the top. And that is every single Monday, as well as, like I said in last week's video, I talked about how we introduced that letter in the picture cards and all that, so we did all of that as well. Okay, so that is like our reading time. For our morning meeting time, the things pretty much stay the same every single day, but the one thing that changes is our social emotional. But on Mondays, we finally remembered to send Daisy and Duke home. Those are those bags back there. And so we let our students have time to share what they did with Daisy and Duke over the weekend. Small group on that day, I do feel like we did get to small group that day. And if I remember correctly, it was my lower group that is still focusing on learning their letters. And so we used our chart and we circled the letter of the week, which was K, and then we did our alphabet A to K, and we practiced writing K. And then we talked about words that start with K, and we did some syllables. The other days in the week, I didn't get to small group with everybody, but I did get to my higher group, and they got to do a guided reading book, and it was super exciting. But let me not jump ahead. That was Monday. Tuesday's morning meeting was the same, but then we were able to introduce our new social emotional target, which was having fun with friends. And we just talked about, basically the two puppets were, one kid wanted to do dinosaurs, the other kid wanted to play with Play-Doh, and they were having trouble understanding how they can play together with something that they don't always want to do. Maybe the other person doesn't want to do it. All right, so after our social emotional on Tuesday, then we do our small group. And like I said, some days were small group, some days were not, but Tuesday was a small group that we were able to get to. I used a guided reading book from our curriculum. Last week we learned the word see and the word we, and so we just learned a new word of me. And then we just reviewed the word I and A. And we just talked about how this picture matches the picture here. We did a picture walk. We counted the words. We actually read the story. And they did so good with it. They are definitely ready for this. Just that group, not all of them. I actually sent it home with those students so they could read it with their family and then bring it back. They were so proud. For our math small group, I have this activity with measuring. Kind of goes with, like, we talked about the words long and short and tall and short and like small, medium, large. We'll be kind of working with that with Miss Sam. So in this one, it was the same type of concept. Like I would say, which one's taller, you know? And then I showed them how you can use non-standard measurement, which they don't really grasp that part, and how we can line it up to the line and count how many hearts tall the item is compared to the other item. Definitely can't do this independently, but it was perfect for a small group just to get that exposure in. And I added the paper and I wrote the numbers of how many hearts they told us, and then we put them in order based on how tall they were. That was for both groups. They both could handle doing it with me in a group. Okay, so then let's see what else. Oh, story on Tuesday. We read this cute book from Scholastic, The Things I Love About Me, and it's all about that he loves his fingers and his toes and his ears, and he loves when he's nice to people and all that kind of stuff. And then afterwards, we just talked about what we loved about ourselves. He also talks about, he imagines what he wants to be when he grows up. So we talked about what they want to be when they grow up, which is always fun. We had some Spider-Man, some princesses, some ballerinas, some cops, firefighters, teachers. Following the book time, we do our letter craft, and this week was K is for King. Very simple. Look at this mustache, so cute, and the eyebrows that match. They said, he's like Santa Claus. K is for King, super simple. Moving on to Wednesday, during our social emotional time, we did a story related to our card, and it was the same type of concept. We have Rico and Dakota, and they were playing doctor's office, and they both wanted to be the doctor, and so we just brainstormed together how they could handle that, and the kids did great. They came up with, there could be 2 doctors. One kid could be the doctor, then the patient, and then they switch. So extra practice, all different scenarios to help them through that. And then this is where a small group kind of didn't work out so well. We had one of the small groups, we were able to make cards for one of our students who is not feeling well, so we didn't do a small group. Instead, we did cards. And then it was cooking day, and cooking day is, it just depends on what the activity is, whether or not we have our life together to be able to like not take too long with cooking. So this week it was kiwi kebabs, which you wouldn't think took a long time, but it did, because it was also patterning. You know, we put a kiwi and then a strawberry and then a marshmallow, and you know, we had to help with all of that and also poking it through. Cooking takes a while, but that's okay. It's fine, no big deal. I'll show you the cookbook as I'm walking around to show you the other things. And then it was playtime. Playtime is like a breath of fresh air for the students and us, you know? We don't really sit down and get to do much, but it's just like not as direct instruction. It's more instruction as they are playing. Fun fact, we're also during playtime, when they're making their choice of what they would like to play with, we are moving into using a complete sentence. So before they would just say Play-Doh, and they would take their little person and go put it on the Play-Doh area. Well, now we're having them say, I want to play with Play-Doh, or can I play at Play-Doh? Or, you know, just a more complete thought, and they're doing really well with that. Then, moving right along into Thursday. This was the day that I was not here, so I know for sure small groups didn't happen. They actually used that time to make another set of cards for my birthday, which are around here somewhere. Look, I got a cute cake here. I have an airplane and a unicorn and the word happy birthday. I've got a rainbow with my curly hair. So cute. Beautiful drawing with a sun and a unicorn. I think that might be me. Beautiful sky. And then look at these people, they're so cute. This is the student, he has red hair but orange hair. So look at his little hair, so cute. Anyway, so they made cards instead of small group. Then they had a lot of brain breaks during the day, and they did have time to read What Do You Love About You, which is a whole, same as what we talked about before. And they added on a chart of all the things they loved. And then small group, like I said, didn't happen, so I'm not sure how the rest of that day went. It was survival mode when the teacher's not there. Miss Sam can handle it, but it's still just like, it's harder. Definitely harder. I'm sure you guys can relate. And then now here we are, Friday. It's my birthday. We had so much fun. During social emotional, we did a game where I asked them what their favorite thing to do at school was. And so a student would say, play at cars, play on the playground. And I had the kid that said cars stand on one side of the rug, and the kid that said playground stand on the other side of the rug. And then the rest of the kids had to make a choice. Which one do I like more? Go to that area. And then we talked about how you can make friends and have fun with friends that like to do the same things as you, as well as sometimes doing things that aren't the same that you like to do. And we talked about how like you picked playground, but do you still like cars? And they're like, yeah. Like sometimes we have to make a choice of what we like more. For small group on Friday, we don't usually do small group anyways. We went ahead and did our poems. I'll show you when I walk around. You're getting the trend here. And then we went outside, and when we came back in, we had brownies, because that's my favorite treat. So we made brownies and we ate them, and we watched The Letter Factory for fun, which is a great show. If you don't, even if you have your own kids watching Leapfrog Letter Factory, it does the trick. It teaches them those letters and they love it, even if they watch it over and over. And then for story time, it is show and share. So we did letter K, and I will show you our poster for letter K this week. What came after that? It's all a blur. Oh, then we did our letter K books, and maybe I'll grab some of the kids' books so you can see what it looks like when it's all done. I always show you a blank one. And then we had play centers, and we went to lunch, and now it's lunch, and I'm recording because when it was my break earlier, my camera died. Story of my life. So I have about 5 minutes to walk you guys around this classroom before the kids are back. So let's go. All right, first thing is at the art center, we did this paper that we found on Teachers Pay Teachers, I Love You to Pieces, and it changes the year, which I love because we did this last year as well. And we just put supplies in here to color around it and then glue on the little pieces. We are going to send these home for the parents. They wrote their name on the back, but they did really, really good. Super easy craft. And then we have our show and share, like I said. All the things that they brought for letter K. Not as many drawings, but lots of words. I was actually pretty impressed. And then our poem this week with these cute little hearts is I'm a Little Valentine. Our sensory bin, we have all these flowers that one of my neighbors actually gave me. She used these flowers for her baby's like monthly pictures, and then she donated them to our classroom. So we're putting them in here, and then they had to dig with the forceps or tweezers and find the letter. We had a uppercase letter and a lowercase letter to match to make a heart. And here's our Play-Doh. We have a heart with an arrow through it, and then other size hearts, double heart. Tons of beads that these fell into. Pom-poms, rollers, buttons, color theme here, you see. And what was fun is that they would do a big heart, a lot of them, and then a little heart, and they would stack them on top of each other and then add like eyes, and they made them like little heart bugs. It was pretty cute. All right, so let's pull out one of these. Oh my gosh, we have too many kids. We keep getting more kids, so they're not fitting in these. And so they glue in their poem. We gave them an envelope and a heart to be the little Valentine. We wanted them to write the name of their Valentine on the heart, but the student wrote it down here. This is Winston. So we went around and asked everybody, and we wrote it on the board and showed them the letters to copy. And then our cookbook that we always put out, Z is for zebra. It was letter K. Here it is. We have skewer, kiwi, strawberries, marshmallows, and then they drew their little pattern, the strawberry, the marshmallow, the kiwi, strawberry, marshmallow. And I guess he was a little unsure. I think they really liked it, but the kiwi, they're kind of like, kinda. And then, like I said, I will show you a letter K book. So they just write their name, they color it, they trace the letters, write the letters, color the pictures. We also talk about what words start with K, circle those Ks, and then they get to pick a word and draw it on the back. So she picked kitten. Okay, so that's it. Sorry that I had to run through the entire day today, but that is life, and I know you guys are so understanding. Thank you for all your comments and encouragement to just do what I can. I really appreciate that. I know that you guys are in the same boat as me. Monday is Valentine's Day, so we did a lot of Valentine's Day craft stuff, so I really want to put a video out for you guys so I can show you all the things in Valentine's. I just don't know if it's enough to show you in one video, or if I'll need to show you that on Monday of the beginning of next week's video. But for now, this video is over. I am done. If you liked it, don't forget to give it that big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already part of our crew, and click that notification bell so you can be notified when I do post a video. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.